Hi. I'm just starting a draft here. I just logged in and it picked me Thrag Tusk. Yeah, for whatever it was unresponsive and I restarted the program at like 7 people, but it was just frozen. So we missed the first pack. We probably missed Black Lotus or something, but I'm not going to give up. Let's take Tinker and pretend Thrag Tusk never happened. Here's an interesting one. Strip Mine versus Emrakul. I think Strip Mine is a lot better in this cube than it has been in the past. Getting it third is a pretty big signal to me. We'll still make something out of this. I do like Emrakul. I like ramping to it and cheating it into play in other ways, but Tinker actually gets another part of the Strip Mine combo, and I'm happy enough to keep going with that. What else do we have? Ulamog is not something we can tinker in. Vision could help us combo, and Zealous Conscripts might also help us combo. This is a tough one. I'm not sure which direction we want to go from these first few picks. We have some options. Plow Under would be like a land hate deck. That actually looks interesting to me. If we take Plow Under here and go green blue or something like that, maybe this could be better. Oh, Blightsteel Colossus. Well, that changes things again. So we'll grab that with Tinker and start looking for those early artifacts to make Tinker work. So not the best possible start, giving up your first pick, but damage control here. And anything we can do with this. This pack is a bit strange. No artifacts. We've got Empty the Warrens in case Storm is a thing. We've got Stomping Ground in case Teamer is a thing, or Spire Bluff Canal in case an early combo is the way to go. Yeah, let's take Spire Bluff Canal. Cool. Strong pack. Everflowing Chalice, Volcanic Island, and Glenalendra. Given that we have Tinker, it might be important to get Chalice in this deck, but I'm looking at Glenalendra. If you can get this into play and have some blue up, negating any relevant play from your opponent is pretty strong. Thirst for Knowledge. This is one way to discard an artifact and weld it back into play. Blightsteel is not really up for that. So I might just take Rakdos Signet here. Thirst is a nice one. Draw 3, discard 2. No, I'm gonna take. Looks weird. I'm gonna take Thirst here. I think with our Tinker strategy, the other thing is if we have Blightsteel in hand and we need to Tinker for it, then Thirst really does help with that. Let's grab Preordain here. Looks like blue is kind of open, and that is all right with me. Jace is good, but it's kind of expensive compared to this option. Imperial Recruiter to help with alternate combos and High Tide. I'm not in love with High Tide here. I'll take Imperial Recruiter. Maybe we could just focus on getting some good combos. Bazaar of Baghdad is similar. Can help you with finding the cards you need and potentially putting some stuff into the graveyard. Ulamog is fine. Turnabout. The table really wants us to be Storm, but I think we can avoid that for the time being. Well, I mean, I'll take it, but since we didn't pick a lot of the key component cards, then whatever. Empty the Warrens, yeah, see, we get all these Storm signs. Even Tinker's not awful in Storm, depending on what pieces of artifact ramp you get. Because if you can get something that adds 3 mana with Tinker, then it's just Storm 1 for you. Show and Tell. That's another way to get Blightsteel into play for free. Reanimate is pretty neat in that way. Trinket Mage, working at this little desk with similar crazy little things. Show and Tell, I'm leaning towards this because we also have Ulamog here. And there's not much else in the pack. We don't have trinkets for the mage. And maybe Chandra would be good, but it's better in a deck that wants to really do damage to your opponent. I'll take Show and Tell. Okay. Ulamog, good with Show and Tell. Coalition Relic is going to help enable Tinker, and it also adds mana for whatever else we want to cast, maybe hard cast. Emery should be good in this deck, but I'm a little worried that we just don't have the artifacts for it yet, so I'm going to grab Coalition Relic. You can't be too sad about getting a relic in your deck. Mana Leak, 2 mana counter magic to protect us before we can assemble any kind of combo. Yeah, let's grab the leak here. Boros Signet and Jace. It is time to pick up a Signet for this deck. It is half on color, which is definitely good enough, and it can help ramp up to whatever we need, so happy to pick that up. Orzhov Signet double off color, unless we go into black. Duretti helps make artifacts, that's worth keeping in mind, but we probably just play Fact or Fiction here. You get to choose the pile that you want, so the combo piece you need, as long as they don't split them up in some weird way, then you're all set. Manamorphose versus Basalt Monolith. Let's go for the Monolith here. If we pick up enough of these crazy artifacts, we might even be able to hard cast these things, and that sounds good to me. So probably not Empty the Warrens, probably not Turnabout, though we could name Artifact or something and ramp up quite a bit that way if we have enough Basalt and Monolith type cards. So really, we're just trying to find ways to cheat these things into play. Lightning Greaves, I like that here, especially with Show and Tell. You can get that Annihilator trigger off a bit sooner. And if you really need to, you can sacrifice it to Tinker. What is the other option here? That would be Merb Battlesphere. But I think I like Lightning Greaves better. Oh, that's tough. Merb Battlesphere is definitely solid, and it is another great thing to do off of Tinker. But Lightning Greaves is similarly good. And I think if we're splitting between Ulamog and Blightsteel, then Lightning Greaves makes more sense. Search versus Dig Through Time. We got Strip Mine here. Dig Through Time can find those pieces of the combo that you need. Search is similar. It'll help you find what you need, including putting something into your graveyard, but that's maybe not what we're trying to do. I'm going to grab Dig Through Time here. It's not my first instinct in a deck like this, but yeah, hopefully we can piece together some more combo type things. Trinket Mage doesn't do anything for us yet, but maybe it will. Emery's back. That is great to see. I also like Kuldotha Forgemaster, especially with Lightning Greaves. So yeah, given the way this is shaping up, we don't have a lot of cards we can replay with Emery, but Forgemaster Lightning Greaves is a way to cheat Blightsteel into play. It's like a worse Tinker, but it's still on that level. Excavator, I guess we can pick that up since we have Strip Mine, but I don't really expect to play it. Muldrifter's on color. Maybe we play Muldrifter. We're not quite up to critical mass of playables yet. Oath of Druids and Goblin Welder. Yeah, I guess it's Goblin Welder. That is another... Yeah, this is the welding effect that switches a artifact in play for one in your graveyard. If we find... We're not going to do it, but if... Oh, Eureka. If we find another big artifact that doesn't disappear from your graveyard, then Welder could help with that. Wow, Mox Pearl. I'm not going to look this horse in the mouth. Mox Pearl is an easy artifact to help with Tinker. It enables Trinket Mage, and even though it's colorless, half the stuff in our deck is colorless. So turn 1 Greaves, turn 1 Boros Signet, all of that's going to be great, and I'm happy to get any Mox I can grab. It's pretty sad. Oh wow, Mana Drain too. It's pretty sad that we might have missed something fantastic in pack 1, but I'm just going to imagine it was a dud pack and would have gotten us on the wrong track. I'm pretty happy about the way things are going. So Mana Drain, if that wasn't here, I'd be looking carefully at Through the Breach, because that's basically a Show and Tell plus Lightning Greaves for your Blightsteel. Even better than that, because it doesn't get sacrificed, or sorry, it doesn't let your opponent put in a blocker. But anyway, Mana Drain, let's grab that. Yeah, here we go. Sundering Titan and Daretti. I don't know if Daretti has a chance of wheeling, but we really need another Tinker target, and that is going to be Sundering Titan. It's especially neat if you can keep flipping this back between play and the graveyard, because you can just control your opponent's lands so easily. Mindslaver, if you can counter something really crazy with Mana Drain, stealing your opponent's turn is pretty powerful. I'm not going to, and it's nice to tinker into play as well, but even after tinkering it, it's 4 to steal that turn. I'm going to go for Gitaxian Probe here, and that makes our draws a bit more consistent. I'm happy with that. Close there, I guess. Do we want to add white ever? Probably not. Burning is another option to keep those lands under control. And there's no artifacts to speak of here, so that's not really in consideration, but we already have Mox Pearl. It might be worth taking Plateau. If we had more Signets, I'd be more interested in Burning, but it doesn't look like Burning's going to be the pick this time. Plateau, Seething Song. There's a chance we could get a couple more relevant picks here. Spellseeker, that doesn't find Tinker, but it does find Mana Drain, Preordain, that kind of thing. Flooded Strand, unfortunately, does not get red, so that's not as good. Not as good as it could be. Oh, yes, it does. Combined with Plateau, it's perfect. It gives us red and blue. Okay, I'm in. we can make that work. Let's see, we have Boros Signet, even more white fixing. Daze is a nice one, and Simic Signet is a nice one. Because we have all of this Tinker shenanigans going on, getting that second Signet is pretty important. And we already have 2 pretty good counter spells, so we'll leave Daze to someone else and take the Signet. Metalworker. All right, speaking of hard casting our spells, this is a nice one to give haste. We don't have a ridiculous number of artifacts, but we do have enough to make Metalworker pretty good. So let's grab that. Tezzeret. Nothing else in the pack really, so Tezzeret is a win condition if you have enough little artifacts around. Palancron, untap up to 7 lands. If you have the right stuff, this can be an infinite storm enabler. It doesn't look like we have the right stuff, so I'll actually take Sensei's Divining Top, and although I don't usually play it, it might be a draft for it. Daretti's back. That's a great sign for us. Well, not really a sign. It's just great for us. Too late for signals to really matter. The signals have been red. Mindslaver's back, and this is the kind of thing that you sacrifice it. So you can keep getting this back turn after turn with Daretti, for example, as long as you have artifacts to spare. We don't have an infinite chain of artifacts, but we could have enough to win, potentially. Don't really care about any of this stuff. Heartbeat of Spring, if anything, well, if they're not winning that turn, then we could just cast Ulamog off of it. So I'm pretty excited about this. I wasn't excited to miss my first pick, but I am excited about the potential in this deck. Welder, Recruiter. Probably we don't need Recruiter. Mulldrifter, we could put it in if it becomes clear that that's important for us. Besides that, we just want to make sure we maximize our combo. So Blightsteel, then Sundering, then Ulamog. Dig Through Time, I could cut that. Mindslaver's part of the combo. Factor Fiction might be too good to cut. Duretti is the right kind of thing. Show and Tell, I do like that. Show and Tell Sundering Titan. Show and Tell Mindslaver. It's a little risky, but we have a couple ways to control what we put in. Very few ways of dealing with what our opponents have, unfortunately. Divining Top with one fetch. That might make it good enough. Strip Mine. Since we have so many artifact sources and even some fixing, or artifact mana costs, we might get away with putting Strip Mine in, even if we have a relatively low land count. Yeah, Tinker. This thing is meant to be sacrificed to Tinker. That's all I can say. And revealed to Metalworker, sacrificed to Forge Master. It's probably good enough here. Missing anything? What are we missing? I think that's okay. Play 16 lands, and some of those lands are going to be Mox Pearl. Because, yeah, the mana requirements are not too heavy. We've got 9 blue, 2 red. So we can start with something like this. A couple of our sources are colorless. We will play the Plateau because we can fetch that with Flooded Strand. Then we can cut a couple of these for colorless sources, and eventually cut... How much red is this? This is 5 red sources for 2 red cards, plus whatever we have in Coalition Relic. Simic adds blue. Boros. Okay, I'm convinced. We can cut a blue for Spire Bluff. Is it worth playing Bazaar of Baghdad? No, I don't think so. It takes a whole turn to play it, and then it shreds your hand. It kind of makes a couple of our combos better, but just barely. So let's leave that out. Oh, Dig Through Time. Now we can think about putting in the cards that are actually good in this deck. But I'm happy enough with the cards we do have. Playing Thirst for Knowledge over Dig Through Time, Factor Fiction over Dig Through Time. Things that we can do always on time, and then Preordain. So we have enough selection here. Tezzeret's pretty good. What does this end up with? This ends up with 7 sources of red. Goodness no. That's too many. Goblin Welder on turn 1 could be fun, but it's still 7 sources of red. No matter what we do, we can't play less blue sources. Wow, now we have infinite blue sources. That's okay. That guarantees, well, sorry, Plateau doesn't count. Yeah, that's fine. That lets us find Plateau with Flooded Strand. We're not always going to have turn 1 Relic or Signet, so that's not something to worry about. So it's like 10 turn 1 sources of blue that we're happy to use on blue, and that gives us Preordain, Hold Up Mana Drain. Yeah, this is an exciting deck. Lots of power here. Just try not to show up to class with the least exciting show and tell, and we'll be fine. Spread this out for a screenshot. Looks good to me. See you in the matches. Round 1. I get to keep 7 here on the play, so that's great. There's not much I can do for 1 blue, so I actually like using the mana for Gitaxian Probe against a random deck. So let's see what we get here. Yeah, good call against this mono red deck. So done. Thankfully it'll let me keep seeing that. And then, wow, mana drain. Wasteland. Oh, you're kidding. We didn't need that anyway, did we? Okay, well, shoot. Well, shucks. Wasteland, we got Goblin, we got Bomat Courier. Hopefully they light up the stage next turn. We can counter it for 3. See what happens here. They're going to go Goblin Guide, second main, light up the stage. See what they give us here. So always yield to this. Maybe they do nothing after this. That would kind of suck for me. What did we reveal? We revealed Lightning Greaves. Take 3. I don't know how much it helps us to do this, but yeah, we mana drain this. We get to add 3 next turn on our upkeep, so that's not bad. And then, why don't we start with... Actually, let's start with Simic Signet. That might be the one we want to discard, though. I'm trying to think how to save as much blue as possible. Yeah, well, we might want to discard Simic Signet. So let's do this. And discard an artifact. Let's discard Basalt Monolith. Doesn't really matter, but I think that's fine. And then what? We could Lightning Greaves Welder, but that doesn't do a ton. Or we could just Coalition Relic, potentially Coalition Relic Welder. Awkward turn. Actually, more than any of this, I like Signet into Welder, and that can trade with Bomat Courier if they don't char it or something. Light up the stage. Not an amazing turn. We really need something to do. Thirst for Knowledge did not find it. Come on. I guess Goblin Guide will show us the way here. Yep. Block. Wow, they'll let that trade off. That's wonderful. No! Stop drawing awful cards, please. Relic. Greaves, pass. Look at this land. I don't even have that many lands in the deck. Like 15, 14, something? I mean, it looks like a lot more because of all the mana sources, but a Metalworker, that doesn't do anything either. Put a charge counter on here, not that that matters, but something we won't have to do later. Add some black. Get some islands out here. And Lightning Greaves it up, so we can block this young Pyromancer. They might want to char it or incinerate it. Yeah, I mean, this doesn't matter, but at least they're pointing it here instead of me. We just hardcast Ulamog next turn. 10, 9. No, maybe we should have saved Basalt Monolith for this. Sensei's Divining Top. It could find something to cast and char us down to 1. It is going to be very hard to win here, and Fire Blast. Mono red takes it down. Oh, shoot. I was like, you got beat so hard, you're just going to lose without even getting a chance. Do we have anything good against this deck? No, I'm going to focus on my strategy here. There's no life gain. I mean, there's a couple creatures we could throw in the way. It's really too bad about mana drain not getting us there, but I'll play first, keep it, and Gitaxian Probe again for mana. Potentially cast an early Tezzeret. Yeah, this is the perfect time to have mana drain against burn because they might empty their hand before it matters. They're thinking about mulliganing. That's a really good sign for me. And they're down to 6. Well, we'll see if they keep a good 6. Take a look here. Done. And tinker. So if we don't win this, I don't know what to tell you. Wasteland, just in case we start with a bad hand again. Or a non-basic. We might not get our chance to mana drain anything, though. That's part of the issue. We'll mana drain that. Easy. Then what? If we draw land naturally, that's kind of good. If not, what do we do? Show and tell doesn't do it, right? Coalition Relic, on the other hand, is pretty strong. They can abrade Coalition Relic, but we can mana leak abrade, right? Huh. If we show and tell, what do they put in? Wasteland? We can't show and tell anything in play. We can factor Fiction to try to hit land, but I think our best bet is just pass with Coalition Relic. See if they abrade it here. I will counter abrade because that'll let us... Well, it'll let us tinker, I guess. Mana leak this. And we have some good tinker targets. Let's put it that way. Might as well here. Tinker, sacrificing this. Let's get Blightsteel Colossus and good luck mono red against Blightsteel Colossus. Chandra's not going to do it. Yeah. Nice. Got there. Wasn't the most elegant draw, but it did work. It did the trick. The real trick is going to be surviving when we're on the draw, but we've got a shot here. Now, Mox Pearl gets us a blue source with Signet. That baits out an abrade on the Simic Signet, and then we have no blue left, but I guess Welder could get it back into play, so we'll see. We'll see how this turns out. They have a lot of 1-drops in their deck. Just Chain Lightning straight to our face. That's good to see this early, and wow, they mulligan to 6 here. Simic Signet. Yeah, I think we get this blue down. Pearl. Signet. Pass. No abrasion, please. That's it. Maybe they couldn't draw their second land. I'll take it. Yeah, that's the variance of the Vintage Cube for you. See you in the next match. Round 2. Yes, I'd like to play first, thank you. And always Mana Drain, I love it. Mana Drain turn 2. The later you play Mana Drain, the more mana you can get. But the earlier you play it, the more impactful that mana is to develop. So we'll see. if we were on the draw, we could counter their 3-drop and then play out Mindslaver, for example. I don't think we're going to be able to do that. Begin. Sensei's Divining Top. Go for it. Yep, I'm that player. I promise I will never spin it. How about that? Do you believe me? Alright, here we go. Pass to you. Really, I shouldn't F6 with it, because you would want to put it back on the top of your deck. Let's Mana Leak this. Mana Drain is going to be better later, or at least that's the idea. Let's do this for blue. Well, I don't know. Maybe that was kind of weak. But oh no, they're going to get Ashiok down here. So we can keep track of what they have. It's Ashiok, Balance, all kinds of crazy nonsense. But that's definitely one we want to counter. So they got Plains out there. And it looks like they're just going to go for it. So let's Mana Drain it. And Sundering Titan, no, not quite. But Mindslaver. And unfortunately, well, we might be able to use Balance to our advantage on their turn. Let's do this, and yeah, I guess we just cast Mindslaver, huh? Not that we can definitely use that next turn, but potentially. And we could have not spun the top, but well, if we need land, we can draw one deeper with top this next turn. We haven't had a spare mana yet, so there's that. Sundering Titan will favor us heavily. Oh no! What is this? This is going to be like Scarab God coming out this turn. Yeah, Balance is going to be really bad for them if we do steal their turn. Yeah, it looks like Scarab God will come down. That's one we can have them sacrifice with Balance when we get this land drop, which I know we will. I know we're going to get it. Really, Balance? Come on. What does that even do? It makes them discard, and it makes them lose a land. That's all it does. Why have they done this? Why would you do that? Oh, to stop me from using it. Oh, that's so smart. I gotcha. Okay. I'm up with this. I can understand. So what do we do? You may play these cards without paying their mana cost. Interesting. Well, I like the idea of using Mindslaver on them this turn. And then doing the worst possible brainstorm. Let's see what mischief we can get up to here. So, okay. Pass to their draw step here. Teferi Time Raveler. Oh dear. We can bounce the Scarab God. Oh, I wish we could kill Teferi. But it's not meant to be, is it? We can bounce the Scarab God. Yeah, there's not much we can do. Or we can just brainstorm Teferi away. Maybe we can find something better to do. Let's brainstorm here. Yikes. Oh no. We don't have enough for much of this, do we? Could stop them from playing land as soon. And that means putting like... Why did I do this even? I don't know. We can put land on top and then counterspell on top and just pass the turn. And that's all we can do. That was not great. Show and tell. That is great. Oh no, now we can't kill their extra land. But this is still fine. Everything is still fine. What do they have? Fallen Shinobi and like a Planeswalker or two. Yeah, we still have to do this here. But first, we can draw. Hopefully we get a land here. Come on, land. Come on, land. We don't have the extra mana to spare, so we show and tell Sundering Titan in there, and then Lightning Greaves. Or we can just Signet this turn and Sundering Titan, and that should be also respectable. Did they have a response to this? Really? So what do they have? Damnation, Counterspell, Fallen Shinobi, and Teferi 3, followed by a Volcanic Island. Counterspells on top. I should have written these down. Hello, let's let me do this, please. Oh my goodness, that was a draw. Wow, that was a draw. So let's go ahead and take them off of white and double blue for the moment. Again, what is it? Damnation, Teferi, Fallen Shinobi. Wow. Okay. I don't have to strip mine this turn. That is the point here. But also I can't really attack into these two at the same time. That's tough. I guess I should have put Fallen Shinobi back on top. I didn't know I'd show and tell, did I? Well, whatever. Anyway, let's go Signet, show and tell, put in the Titan, and yeah, it's probably going to be strip mine that courtyard. Blue, red, done. So there it is. Let's destroy that courtyard and pass it. Now they get to start scrying and whatnot. Oh, so yeah, that was whether or not to keep Counterspell. So I guess they put Counterspell on the bottom and drew Volcanic Island. So it's Damnation and Teferi here. And of course we have Sensei's Divining Top on, or Sensei's Divining Top on top. So let's play Lightning Greaves. Equip there for whatever reason. Play the top. Spin the top. See if we need to draw something else here. And it turns out we could. Oh, this hand is bad. So top, 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 draw just to make our land drop this turn. And pass it. We're going to lose to this Scarab God eventually. But yeah, their draws are going to be good here. Fallen Shinobi, why are you a zombie of all critters? Signet. See if they kept that on top. One card on the bottom, so they did find it here. Go top. Have a little look. Hit our land drop again. Blightsteel Colossus, 5. I don't think we want that here. In fact, we could do Monolith. So we go top, 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 draw that, cast Monolith. 3, 8, 9. Yeah, it's not super close to Blightsteel yet. That's 12. 8. Be at 9 soon. Here we go. Top. Lovely card. Metalworker. Well, that gets a bit better, doesn't it? That's interesting. Hitting the land might be more important this turn. Because we can always move, well, let's get Metalworker out there. They still have Damnation in their hand. But that kind of ruins their chances more than mine. Anyway, yeah, I think we go top, 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 draw, play the land for turn, and pass it back to them. No attacks. Keep this open to see what they're doing. One card on the bottom. Nice. Take a look, just because we know we can't use the mana really for anything else. 9. 10, 11, so let's go Blightsteel, Ulamog, Metalworker. Put Metalworker on, or yeah, put that on top, play it, and pass. So next turn, 11, yeah, Fatal Push. Oops. Well, that's good news for me. Yeah, they didn't lose. Yeah, they can target it, but they didn't have a permanent leave play, so it didn't work on it. Nice. I'm trying to think. I think I'm 1 mana short of casting the card we need to this turn. So maybe we can just hold back on the Divining Top 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and then try to get it off next turn. That's the best we can do. I really don't want to lose Metalworker here, so I'm going to equip Metalworker and pass it. Damnation would still get it, but Damnation again, it's really bad for them. They'll never get Scarab God back out there. One card on the bottom. Watery Grave, tapped. Great. That's such good news. Oh, this turn's going to be fun. All right, here we go. Reveal. Done. 1, 2, 3. That is 11 for Ulamog. Destroy target permanent. How about Sundering Titan? Oh, yes, please. So we need white, blue, black, red. Done. Oh, also, sacrifice the rest of your permanents, because I'm about to attack you with Ulamog. Hit him where it hurts. That was awesome. All right. Yeah, land destruction kind of saved us there between Strip Mine and the first appearance of Sundering Titan. I'll take it. I love Sundering Titan. Oh, makes my holiday experience just class S. Submit again like this. We don't have much more interaction we could possibly play. Now they know to play around Mana Drain, Mana Leak. But those are the only counterspells we have, so maybe they'll play around them when we don't have them, which would be great. What are we supposed to do with this hand? You know, I think we keep it. Yeah, this is an awkward one. It's all mana and nothing but mana. But they're a 3-color deck that kind of has a fragile mana base, as we've seen. So Strip Mine could ruin them, at least after this turn. Oh shoot, they mulligan to 5. So, well, either this kills us or it doesn't. Each player discards a card. Why are you doing this to yourself? Let's get rid of Mountain here. Wait. What's in my deck? Okay, yeah. Mountain's fine to get rid of. We just don't have that many red sources in the deck. And no lands? What are you, nuts? Okay. Calm down. Everything's fine. Go island. Pass. They'll have us do it again. We can get rid of island, right? That's actually pretty good for them here. Okay. And no land still? This is one crazy draw if I've ever seen it. Let's go plateau. Pearl. Relic. And pass. And have each player discard 2. No, let's play Welder. We're gonna lose to a turn 1. This is nuts, actually. We need some better board. I imagine they'll -2. No, they're still gonna go after our hand. So what's the play here? I'll discard Strip Mine, actually. I need another creature in play, especially since Goblin Welder can now start taking down Liliana. So they've lost a few good things. We can go... Did I miss my Coalition Relic? No, I used that for Welder. So we can go... Monolith, Metalworker, and then not have to discard. Charge this up. Swing at Liliana. Now, if they go after both of my creatures, they'll only have 2 loyalty left. Water Heat, of course, we get rid of Strip Mine by now. Yeah, that's not perfect for us. Target player sacrifices a creature. I want to sacrifice Metalworker here, because that's one we can get back with Welder in a pinch. Oh, that's so good. Okay, so add blue. Glenalendra in play. Take down Liliana. Did we do it? Goodness knows they discarded enough of their own cards from a mulligan to 5. And now we can counter any crazy spell they do here. Rakdos Signet doesn't matter. Each player discards a card, so they're out. Balance, and we get to kill Liliana and charge this up, so we're in great shape here. Ready. So we'll add red, and we can make use of that like this. And what do we put into play? Metalworker, or do we leave things as they stand? I think we start plussing Duretti. Because I don't want to lose any of these things. Maybe Basalt Monolith, but yeah, let's kill Liliana so it doesn't kill any more of my creatures. And then they have 3 mana, and we have a board of a million things. Yes, okay, on to the finals. Black Lotus Liliana turn 1. That was actually kind of scary, but an unfortunate draw otherwise. I wonder when they drew their first land, too, because that was pretty late. Strip Mine would have been really good if we had that on time. In the finals, is this hand worth a keep? What does it do? I think it is worth a keep, and honestly what I might do is save all of this to help cast something off Metalworker. Maybe that's not right. Maybe I should still do Sensei's Divining Top turn 1. As much as I hate this card. Oh, they're suspending stuff, so this is combo. Storm, even, potentially. Wait. Jeskai Storm? Unclear. Let's take a look at our top 3. Tinker. Tinker next turn. I like that. Okay. So we can tinker away this cursed Divining Top. If only we had Sundering Titan. Yeah, it's going to come out before this thing. Could show how many counters it has on it. 1 left. 1 more Lotus Bloom. Yeah, if we could kill half their lands here or more, that would be good. Mardu? What is this deck? 1/1 thing. Tinker time. Sacrifice this guy. Get out Blightsteel. They can't kill it with this. And hopefully they just can't kill it. So here we go, Blightsteel. Get him. And if they can deal with this, we have Metalworker into Sundering Titan. Maybe that'll work. What they would need, oh no, this comes down this turn. What they need is like a way to exile Blightsteel or pacify it. 5 cards, maybe they have it. Okay, make another construct. They can survive 1 turn of this, unless we kill a construct somehow. What they don't want to do here is let us untap with 3 blue open, because we might have counter magic. We don't, of course, but it might be a good sign if they pass to us. Oh no, I don't know if you caught this, but they reused these constructs from Karn or Urza or something. This creature gets +1/+1 for each artifact you control. Well, let's see. How many artifacts do they control? 3, and it's a 1/1 defender. This should really be like the token from, what is it, Conspiracy? It's just like a 1/1 thing. Anyway, yeah, they couldn't, I mean, they weren't dead this turn, but they must not have had an out in their deck, I guess. Blightsteel's intimidating. Cool. Easy game, right? Tinker, top 3 islands and a Colossus. I get my Colossi and my Titans confused. Who can blame me? Yeah. Let's see. I don't know if they're combo or what, so I don't know if Turnabout's going to be any good, what kind of combo they are. Let's try again like this. This is Borderline. Preordain with a bunch of lands. I guess it's keepable though. Never know what's on top, but it digs 3 or 4 deep here, so we draw a card, we preordain. Glenelendra is always a nice backup card. We know they at least have some planeswalkers and things to worry about. Come into play tapped, please. Okay, great. Life isn't important in this matchup, so I just don't want them to use their mana every turn. I mean, it's somewhat important, but it's not super important. Strip Mine, huh? Strip Mine, huh? Yeah, let's get rid of that Blood Crypt. I'm fine with this. I'm sure they needed it. They're a 3-color deck. Take that. Preordain. I mean, now I can't do much, but Strip Mine's colorless for me. That's 2 colors from them. Oh, I like both of these. So we do this and then we draw. Let's draw both of these eventually. Get that into play. Maybe I should be protecting the more important card. So the one they could discard, I keep that in my hand. I'm happier about that. I guess their mana is fine. But you never know, you might get lucky and that's their only black and their only red source. And they didn't want black, so maybe we're doing okay here. Get this out there just to scare them. We got Coalition Relic coming up. And then we probably play Glenalendra the turn after. Oh, the natural mana base. Oh, and now they're going to skull us. My hand is somewhat resilient, but yeah, you take Coalition Relic here and profit. Because we have no way of killing this Sculler. No Lightning Bolt. Nothing like that. And there's all these cards are scary, but Coalition Relic is especially explosive. Yep, they end up taking the Relic, which makes sense. Can I draw something to do? Gigs up, I'll play this mountain and pass. So they know we have this stuff. They know we have at least 2 islands. Turn 5, they missed a land drop, so Strip Mine was not for naught. They finally... Oh no, they didn't miss a land drop. Sorry, they've been hitting all of them. Koth, great. We could be dead to this very quickly. Yeah, they chose the right one here. You can check newly controlled by right-clicking. And this does not give haste. They don't do that with Planeswalkers anymore, but this one, they did. Mana Drain, too late for that. What is this mess? Mana Drain. Well, easy to ready here, I think. No, they're just going to kill it. There's no easy anything anymore, is there? Glenalendra, at least that gives us the potential to hit Koth back. And protect Ready for a turn. Oh man. Yeah, Glenalendra's my play here. If I can get Sundering Titan into play, I might have a chance here. But yeah, Glenalendra does a couple things. Unless they have several ways of killing it. We can block Tidehollow Sculler, trade, attack Koth back for 1 to keep it under ultimate level, or just hold it back to protect Ready. That doesn't work because they ultimate Koth. It's going to be a tough game. Let's just put it that way. Our opponent disconnected for a bit, so I stopped recording. Came back. Glenalendra resolved, but I don't know if their issues are resolved, so we will be on hold for a bit. Yeah, they've been back for 4 minutes. Who knows? Could be some other internet issues or otherwise. Their deck looks fast enough that I'm sure they can finish. Oh, here they go. In 13 minutes, even if they lose this game. Check here. We are up a game, so... Right. Even if they win this game, I should say, they'll have plenty of time for the next... Yeah, that's a lot of... Planeswalkers. Good friends, these ones. How do we manage this? They untap that. It's going to be tough to win this game. These things come in. If they hold Tidehollow Sculler back, that gives us a better chance, maybe. I would have traded with it here. It gets us really low. We need an amazing mana drain here, and the problem is we can't afford to wait. And we do need to hit this Koth down. That's 7, 8... Oh, sorry, this is not what it appears to be. Yeah, so they can do 6 on the crackback. Let's do Duretti. Let's get Duretti out here. Let's discard Sundering Titan and Island. And then, oh, it's not going to be good enough. Sundering Titan and Factor Fiction. Oh, no. Oh, it's so awkward. All right, let's just pass here. Yeah, let's just pass. They can kill Glenalendra with Duretti. Use Koth's ultimate. Oh no, it won't be good enough. Yeah, it won't be good enough this turn. I think they still need to attack us for 4 with a mountain. Yeah, goodbye Glenalendra. It comes back. They can shoot it down with Koth if they ultimate Koth this turn, which would be kind of smart. We don't actually have the artifact to get Duretti back, but maybe we can find it. Or sorry, to get Sundering Titan back with Duretti. Oh yeah, they're just attacking here. So, goodbye Glenalendra. If they only attack Duretti... No, we still have to use. They're attacking me with both. 6. Oh, what does that mean? It means we're in bad shape, but I'm going to risk it and take it here. If they have Fire Blast or something, we can Mana Drain... Or sorry, we can Glenalendra to stop that. End step. Blight Steel? I mean, if you insist. So we need... I can't take any more damage off this. We need to draw an artifact we can sacrifice to Duretti. Emrakul, Maze of Ith, and a bunch of lands. Welder doesn't do it. We really need to stop Koth from going off. That's the big thing. Koth can't go off here. Or if it does, we have to be able to block the 4/4. Play this. Discard up to 2 cards, draw that many cards. Let's discard Blight Steel and Island. We get Metalworker and some other junk. Well, let's flop down a Metalworker and hold up Mana Drain. Okay, looks good. I'm going to hit Koth here, and I think that is powerful enough to live 1 turn. Oh no, it's not, because they can kill our last blocker with Duretti by sacrificing Tidehollow Sculler. Yeah, it's not good enough. Hopefully they don't see it. Please don't see it. They're going to try something first. Maybe I should have put Welder out there this turn. Hangerback Walker X is 2. Let's just Mana Drain this. They wanted to sacrifice Hangerback Walker. I'm sure they're going to see this play. But if they don't, we'll survive a turn. It's not super obvious. It'll definitely work, but it's not super obvious. No, they didn't see it! You may sacrifice an artifact. Destroy target artifact or creature. So that would be destroy Metalworker, hit us for 4 with Koth. Doesn't guarantee us a win here by any means, but it does help us in the short term. They're getting that emblem, so we're in bad shape. They should attack with the Sculler. I'm going to go ahead and block with Metalworker, else we're dead. And they get us pretty low, but not dead. Mana Drain, add 4. Can we gain some life somehow? Not sure, but we need to kill some of these mountains. Definitely need to kill some mountains. Sack an artifact. Get Sundering Titan back. One damage to me. I mean, they could respond to this trigger too. One damage to me. So Duretti's going to kill Glenalendro. That doesn't matter. So we have to kill one of our islands. White, blue, red, black. Okay, done. Then play out a welder and hold back a mountain to discard to Duretti next turn. So they can use Mazavith to stop this attack anyway, so that doesn't matter. Yeah, I'm not going to bother attacking. And if they kill Sundering Titan, please don't draw Mountain right away. If they kill our Sundering Titan, that does the work for us of getting rid of this last island. Destroy this thing. Okay, goodbye. Goodbye, thing. Plains, not good enough. And I can destroy my own Sundering Titan here in a couple of ways. Nope, that's not going to do it. All right, they've got 8 minutes to win this last match. They've got a lot of good Planeswalkers. Mardu, Mazavith, the natural even after Strip Mine that game. Lots of Planeswalkers. Well, Hexmage is good against Planeswalkers, but I don't think that's really going to help us much. I'm going to submit again. My sideboard doesn't look well set up against a bunch of Planeswalkers. But yeah, Koth going nuts there despite having to play that way. I'll keep this. We know life is important to us, so I'm going to use mana to look at their hand. I'd like to fetch, but I guess this is fine. Emrakul, oh gosh, Through the Breach Emrakul, although that's going to be tough for them to set up. Thoughtseize is a little more annoying, I have to say, because my hand is awful. Their hand is not great, but if they draw a couple lands, they're in much better shape. So they can Thoughtseize me turn 1. They've got Night's Whisper if they get any other land. Wait, what did they draw this turn? Did they draw Swamp? That would be crazy. Oh no, they did a Lotus Bloom. That's what they drew. Why not play the Greaves there? Oh, I thought this was a Shockland. I should have played Greaves. Show and Tell. Perfect. Whoops. Yeah. Well, Show and Tell could do a lot of damage here. Please no land. No, they got there. It's going to be Night's Whisper. It's going to be Through the Breach, Emrakul, and we're dead. So we actually absolutely need to draw something amazing off of this top. Lotus Bloom, that's 5. That's Through the Breach. That's Emrakul. And we are dead. So we need to hit him back with Kozilek. One time. Come on. Oh no. Oh no. Well, we're not dead to it. Thirst. Could have done this on their turn. Discard artifact. Let's discard Mindslaver. Oh no, we lose everything here. We lose it all. Here it goes. They even get the natural. This is insult to injury. 5. Through the Breach. Nice. Emrakul. Nice. Sacrifice all my permanents. Nice. Well, maybe we can rebuild our empire from nothing. We've got our Sensei's Divining Top. What else do you need, honestly? They've got Lightning Bolt, which puts us to 1. Or does it? Get rid of that mountain. Quick sticks here. No! Stop drawing perfectly. You couldn't have tried to draw it more perfectly. What do they have? What do they still have here? Lightning Bolt me for 1. Okay. Okay. Your turn. Yeah, the sad part there is I could have won with show and tell that turn if I top decked perfectly. They're just top decking perfectly and it's no problem. They're going to have no problem getting that land they need to get conscripts down next turn, or Rakdos return us for 2. Shoot. Is it coming up anytime soon? No, it's not. Discard 2. Discard my best stuff. Well, thanks for watching. That was a nail biter right to the end. We do end up taking 2nd place, which is fine. I guess we just need to have a pack 1 pick 1 to get 1st place, right? Let's see if they'll let us draw some cards here. Top, mana drain. Yeah, it's not like our deck is full of these monsters, but Ulamog would have done it even if they get their free Black Lotus. They won't have the 5 mana they needed if we got rid of all their lands. Fun. All right. Catch you guys next time.